I had to learn mine on the fly, you know. But yeah, I think it was Essex that got me to it. Yeah.
So so we're gonna get to Brick City now, right? So the Brick City Lions come about in 2012, right?
Word.
All right. So 2012, how soon was it before you realized that you had something special on your hands?
Wow. Shout out to my man Jacquay, man. Jacquay Farley, a beast. I being honest with you, I'm gonna keep it 100. I really want to say the first year after it
Okay.
dropped, everybody was like, "Wow!" But then we came with a banger. Like we came like right back, and I think that's when I seen all the parochial schools knocking at our doors hard. Like it was. It started off like just parameters. Then we had like little Don Bosco. Then it went from like every school in the state. Then now you got like out of state schools. Obviously now IMGs and St. Francis. Those type of schools are calling. You know, so for the kids, but
So let me tell you, I heard about you before meeting you. You know, being around, being at the barbershop. That's back when Noah was still playing football.
no, it was a
And
beast.
so one day, quick story. One day, I'm at the barbershop just chilling and shit. Noah in the front bouncing, just dribbling and shit. I'm like, yo, hot, man, this joker got something. Fast forward, I see him in the backyard. He's playing Monty and shit. I'm like, yo, Hawk, he got something. Like 2 weeks later, I see Noah do some shit. I said, Noah showed me a video of him playing basketball. I said, bruh, he needs to stop playing football now and play
Oh,
basketball.
that was you?
That was me. I'm putting it out there. That was me. I'm putting it out there. And but I remember him having a conversation with somebody. I ain't really gonna tell you what the conversation was about. I never seen him play football. But from this conversation, he was talking to another kid who was a big deal. And I was like, yo, Massey, what's good? But I was like, yo, this kid is like super duper talented. And the stories he was telling about practice was just like, yo, talking about Nas and Hawk talking about Nas and somebody else coming to the barbershop talking about Big Body. And I'm like, who the hell is this guy? You know what I mean? And they talk about all the talent you producing. And then like maybe a couple of years later, we end up working together. So you're
Could you tell him how I am in the school building though? What type of person I am in the building?
You official for sure. You know what I'm saying? You got a big personality. You know what I mean? But you keep it professional, and the kids know what it is, and the teachers know what it is, man. And it's nothing but love and respect always.
Thanks, son.
You know what I mean? Nothing but love and respect always. You know what I mean? But so I've heard stories about how like other celebrity teams like wanted to get at you, and you had some if I'm not saying it correctly, some legendary battles on the field, or you might have watched a few people. Spike Lee comes to mind in Brooklyn.
Yeah. We should clap. Mo better Jaguars. We used to get them to pieces and go to Brooklyn and do it.
Yeah.
It'd be fun, man. Yeah, a couple of them, man. We never got to get the Luke. We get Torrey Holt. We get Torrey Holt. We got those guys, couple guys. But I mean, for the most part, it's fun, man. To be able to get out and take the kids. Like the dope thing is when you taking kids through airports. Yeah. You're getting on planes. Then you get from a plane to a bus. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then now you're in a hotel, and then now it's like, oh, nobody going nowhere. They're like, oh, this ain't no vacation. No.
Nah, we had to work. Trip. We had to work. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
So now you talk about planes and buses and whatnot, right? That's big talk, major talk. Shout out. So now you are in position to win a national championship. You know what I'm saying? Now tell me, talk to me about the national championships, man. How all those came about, man.
Oh man, look. Shout out to everybody that was a part of those natty runs. Lil King, Ron, couple parents and stuff. Like I had to shout them out because they major players. Kids, we had kids from everywhere, man. But for the most part, we've been together for 3 years. We junior Pee Wee year when it was like 10 and 11. we end up losing to this team called War 5 from Washington, D.C. in the finals to go to Florida. So when the game was over, obviously, when you lose, when I lose by myself. Like I don't lose it. Like my assistant coaches and everybody, they don't lose that day. The kids can't lose. They're like, Nas did this. You ain't hear that part yet. You know what I'm saying? Because you watch it from far. But when I lose, I lose. You know what I'm saying? And we end up losing that game. I just looked the kids in their face. I said, yo, you know what? It's my fault. I apologize. I'm gonna take that.
Yeah.
Because when you listen to somebody else all the time, you just want to be right. You want to show them that, yo, I listen to you, right? I'm listening to these people and everything going left. And when the game started going left, they started fading away. You couldn't really see them no more.
Yeah.
So when we lost, I'm like, you know what? That's my fault. Told the kids we're gonna get back. We're gonna add some pieces. I promise you, we're gonna get back. We're gonna win it all. Told them this straight up. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I asked them. So the next year we come back all together again. We on Pee Wee. I ended up putting the coaching staff that I wanted. And what I mean by that was I was able, the guys I'm able to deal with, able to, like when you're the guy they leaning on, you're like, yo, this is what we need to do, blah, 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 and you breaking down the practice schedule and game, how we going to run stuff, and they following suit because they believe in you, and we believe in each other. Shout out to Coach Ad, he was the defensive coordinator, a guy who started off as a parent. Shout out Coach Kenny, Perquette, guys like that. These guys wasn't like no big name household names with this, and for them to come in and just buy into what we had going on, we ended up making a run. And once we got to the finals, I ain't gonna even talk about that because we smashed this team. That's how much. Once we got back to the Eastern Regional Finals, we played a team from Philly, and we beat them bad, like 40-0, because we meant business. And then and L, you gotta understand, it don't happen like that in the finals.
Okay.
So we clapped them. So as we waiting on ESPN to see who we playing, because they do the bracket reveal party. So they said we playing team called the Creek Outlaws. They had just went to the finals a year ago. They beat the team that beat us in the finals a year ago, 25-0. So now we get to Florida. We playing Creek Outlaws. We in the shootout. We end up beating them 42-38. But Pop Warner messed up because they weren't supposed to put us against that. That was a team for us to see in the finals. So we ended up beating them. We beat them first round. Then we ended up knocking off a team from North Carolina, and then we knocked the team off that was the high-profile air attack in Florida called Rancho Cucamonga. I thought that was a made-up name off of Friday. I thought that was a fake name, but that was a real team.
Yeah.
And the Rancho Cucamonga Cougars or whatever. We just call them the Cracker Killers. And we ended up beating them. And that experience right there, we was happy. We was soup. But if we had a kid on our team named Jonesy, Makai Jones, was going to be a big-time football player one day. Shout out my man, Coach Ron. He's like, he said, yo, we coming back next year. We're going to do, because we wanted at Division 2.
Okay.
So when we came back, he's like, we're going to do it at D1. We're going to do it as D1. And that next year we came back, we requested to go Division 1. We're like, no, we want to be D1. We want to play the best in the world. Because when we won, mind you, nobody have ever won a national championship. 1, 2, 3, none of that, right? And when we won, it was like, well, that was D2. We was like, oh snap, but ain't nobody ever do it. Okay, cool. You know what? Don't worry about it. And then our unlimited team, our 14U, when you said we won to our level, but we got 3 in the organization.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So our 14U had won that year too. We had won 2 in 1 year. Right? And then when we won 2 in 1 year, we ended up coming back to Florida for the D1 thing. So now we get back. We like, yo, it's game time. They like, yo, this team from Florida called Oki, whatever. They like, they real. They real. They prepared for you. So when we got there, we seen them. They were like, yo, I hope y'all taking a lot of pictures. I hope like they like, yo, this trip about to end quick for y'all. This country boys be talking slick.
Oh, big talk, big talk.
I'm like us. They're like, yeah, how much you got? Like, what? You trying to bet? You wilding. So I'm like, you must not know. We won this shit a year ago. They're like, we don't care about that shit. That shit was D2. So we ended up beating them. Yeah, we ended up beating them 6-0. It was a good game. We ended up beating them 6-0. And then the next game we played a team called Philadelphia Aztec. Now everybody on here know the Aztec was house and shit. Like they was, listen, they were running through Jersey like bad, running through everybody. Real talk.
Yeah.
We was the only team that even put up a fight with them before we ended up beating them. So we ended up beating them actually twice in one season. So we got them in Florida. We beat them 14-0. So now we got to play these boys from Arizona, the Jets, Far West Jets. You could look them up. Coach been national. He won mad national championships. The ESPN didn't even think that we had a shot.
Yeah.
They're like these boys. The boys from Newark is good. Everybody said the boys from New Jersey good, but they ain't gonna be able to play with them boys from Arizona.
And it's the finals
So
now.
this is the championship, Division
Okay.
One, bro. Nothing else to do, but we got put on. So we get out there, and shout out to my brother Marcus, Coach Marcus. He's a defensive coordinator as well, man. And Coach Dame and Burt. Those
Shout out to
guys played a
Dame.
major. Yeah. Shout out to Dame. And Dame actually came through big time, big clutch. He was the offensive coordinator as well. And we got into the finals. And let me tell you, for people who say, "Oh, Nas, this whatever," ask Dame. I told Dame, like, Dame, this your game right here. You're gonna have to bring it home. I'm like, they didn't probably scouted my shit. They're gonna be on it. I don't think they know your shit. Let's go with yours. It's time to bring it home. This is why we came together. And I kid you not, one thing about him, if he ever when he become a head coach, anywhere he at, wherever I'm at, I'm gonna leave. I'm going to coach with him. Me and him work very well together.
Shout
And
out to Dame.
yeah, so we get there in the game. We score first, 8-9. Fuck, we like, get out of here. They can't mess with us. They come right back, 8-8. Then when they tied it up, my parents started going bananas. Oh, they gonna blow it for the kids. They gonna blow it. Now they take the lead, 16-8. Oh my God, parents wild out. Oh my God, they losing to these bum coaches and don't do this to us. Don't do this to us. And for the people that's listening and you're a parent, do not do that to your child coach, because when you do that, it messes him up. It messes the staff up, because now they worrying about it. They felt like you was a family. They feel like you bringing them down, and you don't normally do that. So don't do it now. All right.
Yeah.
So what happened? We ended up tying the game up 16-16. So we going to halftime. 16-16 was a tie ball game. We came out in the second half and put on the clinic. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shout out to my man Mujahid right here, Big Moo. He know what I'm talking about. His son out here running around too, but he was one of the parents that was stomping our head in. But I tell anybody like this, it come with the territory.